Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am back with a first impressions video from that ColourPop haul that I uploaded last. I am going to apply it all and you're going to come along for the ride and we're going to see how it lasts throughout the day. So, without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so I'm going to start with the blush. So, I am going to use a small stippling brush to apply this. As you can tell, the only thing I've done on my face is foundation. I put some bronzer and I did my brows and that's about it. So let me grab my small stipple brush. This is the one I'm going to use. It's from e.l.f. It's like pretty tiny. And I'm just going to put it in until, tap it in until I can see a little bit on here, and I'm just going to apply it. This brush is great. I love it. It's perfect for like highlighter or cream blush. I like it a lot. So, there is my blush, and that is Cruel Intentions Super Shock Cheek, and it is matte. So now we're going to move on to the eyes. I have two colors. I have Supermodel and Central Perk. So, I have never used these. On the little card, it says to use a synthetic fiber brush to apply it. These are supposed to be long wearing, so I'm not going to put a primer underneath because I want to see what they really are like. So let's put, I guess we'll put the Supermodel all over the lid. I'm just going to use this. This is an Urban Decay shadow brush that came with my first ever Naked palette. And I don't find it works very well with those shadows, so I'm not really sure why they put it in the palette. But it seems to work well with cream shadows, so that's what I use it for mostly. I'm not really sure how the crease is gonna go on this, but we will see. For the crease, I think it said to apply with your fingertips and then blend with a brush. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. So I put Supermodel all over the lid up to the brow bone because it's a nice little highlight color too. So we're going to multitask with just these two shades. And then I'm going to come in the crease. I don't know how dark this is going to be. We're going to find out. And I'm going to use my finger, my ring finger, to apply it. The crease looks good. This is actually turning out a little bit better than I thought it would. I was kind of terrified about using my fingers. But I like it. I did not mean to match this to my sweater. It just kind of happened. So I'm just kind of like barely dipping my finger into there. And just patting it along the crease. So I'm going to take a brush, because I don't want it to dry. I'm not sure if it'll be stuck. Let's see. I'm going to take this Morphe M430 brush. It's just kind of like it's a duo fiber brush, but it's pretty bendy. And I'm just going to kind of work it in to blend. This is really interesting. This is like definitely different than any eyeshadows I've ever used. The look I have is pretty subtle, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to go back with my Urban Decay brush into the Supermodel and just do a little bit more by the insides of my eyes to give it some pop. It's always like tempting fate. Do you put a little bit more eyeshadow or just leave it alone? I'm going to put a little bit more of this color, which I don't know if I mentioned is called Central Perk. So when I ordered it, I was expecting it to be a lot more brown, but it's actually kind of like a aubergine, eggplanty kind of color. It's pretty. Yeah, I feel like it built up a little bit more. I am actually really surprised at how well this whole use your fingers thing turned out. I was very skeptical. Go back in and blend this out a little bit. I always found when I use my fingers, I just like make a mess. I get things places where I didn't want them to be. Okay, so this is the look without eyeliner or mascara. So I'm going to leave y'all for a second and be back with eyeliner and mascara. Okay, I'm back. So now I have eyeliner, mascara, which I added separately, and my eyes are done with the ColourPop, and my cheeks. So the only thing I have left is the lippy stick. I got 2 of these, and I got one in Dazed and one in Poison. I'm gonna use Dazed today. They're both the same formula, the matte. So I figure they'll wear the same unless there's some sort of, you know, quality control issue, but I will let you know if that happens. So let's put the lips on. Okay, now the lips are done. So this is my whole ColourPop look. So I'm gonna update y'all as the day goes on. I'm gonna be filming some videos, cooking some stuff, and I will let you know how it holds up, whether the blush fades away or the lipstick, whether it wears in the middle or whether it bleeds. I'll let you know. I haven't put anything under the lipstick. I am wearing a face primer, so that might impact, if that impacts your views on the blush, it might. But I did that more so for my whole foundation, not for the blush. And I wear that every day, so it's not going to change whether or not I'm going to wear the blush, because I wear that every day, so the blush is going to perform the same way it does this time. I did not put a primer under the shadows, so we will see if those crease. Normally I do wear a primer with everything, but these claim to be long wearing on their own, so I want to see what those claims hold up to be. No lip liner, so we'll see if it bleeds. This claims to be long wearing on its own as well. So yeah, so I will be seeing y'all in a little while. Hey y'all, I am back. So it has now been about 5 hours since I did my makeup. I have eaten lunch, I have eaten 2 snacks, and look at my lipstick. I haven't touched it up once. I am like in awe of this stuff. It doesn't wear off like weird in the middle. Like sometimes I find long wearing lipsticks will wear off like right in here, and then the rest would be there, so that it looks like you have two-toned opposite of ombre lips and it just looks really weird. But it doesn't do that, and it almost looks like, I'm looking in the mirror right here so I can describe it. It did wear off a little bit, but not to the point where it's even really noticeable. And it doesn't dry out your lips. I love it. It feels moisturizing. It feels so comfortable on the lips. I forget that I'm even wearing anything. And like I said, I haven't touched this up once. It is insane. No feathering, nothing. Like, this stuff is amazing. And it was like really cheap. I'm so impressed with this. So the eyes, let's check those out. Don't see any creasing. I do see like where it does look like maybe a little like oily, but not like in a bad way. Just like if I'm, you know, really nitpicking it. So without any sort of primer stuff or anything, this has lasted really well. The crease color stayed in the crease, which is nice. Sometimes shadows tend to move if I don't have a base underneath. And then the blush, I think, looks really nice. It hasn't washed off or sunk in. You know, sometimes I feel like blush is just like my face just goes and absorbs them, but it's still there. I like it. So I am thoroughly impressed with this ColourPop collection, and this is the first things I've ever bought from ColourPop, and I'm so impressed. I cannot recommend this stuff anymore than I already have. Like, this is amazing. So yeah, so I would definitely recommend the ColourPop Lippy Sticks, the ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks Tint in matte, and the Super Shock Shadows in matte. I would definitely recommend these. And I have the Super Shock Shadow in Central Perk, which is this like, it kind of looks kind of purpley, deep purple, Iridescent-y. And then this is Super Shock Shadow and Supermodel, which is just a really pretty champagne color. And this you could totally build up or blend out. I have it really blended out and diffused, so it's kind of like a pinky color, but you could totally build it up and get like an eggplant-y color. And then this is in the shade Dazed, which is a nice blue toned red. I also have the shade Poison, which is like more of a brick red, which is great for fall. But yeah, so I am so pleased with this. I will definitely be making more ColourPop purchases in the future, and that's about it. So please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any other ColourPop favorites, let me know down below, because I am definitely going to be placing another order. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're not, just click the little subscribe button right under the video, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.